Yo, YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to the Radar for Wrestling Studios.
What up, Mox?
Guys, AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash Night 1 was today.
Yes, it was.
It just finished up a few hours ago, so we're recording this now. We have one takeaway from the show. It was pretty much just a one-match show, the main event. A lot of stuff going down in that main event.
Yep.
That's all that is our takeaway.
A ton of things.
So it's a lot to get into with that main event and a couple other things happening on the show. A celebrity appearance that was kind of cringy.
Yep. I'm sure all the marks love that.
Yeah, so it was what it was. It's like a really very WWE thing to do, very mainstream wrestling thing to do, but they're promoting that big smash, big night smash, whatever the hell that thing's called.
Yep.
The big show that Cody Rhodes has with Snoop Dogg and all those other people on TNT. So it's cross promotion, but we're gonna get into it. One takeaway we have, but before we do it, I remind you guys, drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button if you're watching. Check out, subscribe to the channel, notification was to get alert when new videos drop. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all the same handles and all those platforms. Follow me on there. Links in the description section below. You got Amazon link, shop through there, use that link. Fight TV and the Honor Club, sign up through there, watch whatever you guys want through there, but use the link in the description, and highspots.com, buy whatever you guys want. Use those links in the description. Kicks back to our channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. One takeaway from AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash Night 1, and the show started off with the Young Bucks and SCU taking on the Acclaimed and Hybrid 2. I thought the match was okay. I mean, it kind of was what it was.
It was a multi-man tag team AEW match where high spots and guys flying around and just to get as many bodies in a match.
Yeah, nothing crazy. It's kind of typical AEW way to start off a show. The Bucks and SCU win. Frankie Kazarian gets on the mic afterwards saying if that SCU loses the match, then Frankie and Christopher Daniels will no longer be a tag team ever again, and that they eventually want to face the Bucks for the championship, but they're also buddy with the Bucks. So that's all pretty much there was there. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
To go on there. So next thing, we had Jon Moxley's return. Jon Moxley comes out and talks about Kenny Omega, how he's not going to leave him alone. He's going to make his life a living hell. All that good stuff, threatening him throughout the way. But it was a tremendous Moxley promo. He did a very good job here. He's been away for a little bit, so it's good to see him back in the title picture, chasing Kenny Omega.
Yeah. 100%.
Next thing in the show, we have Wardlow going against Jake Hager. Pretty solid match. Wardlow gets the win, which I was surprised because Hager, I think needed a win here more than Wardlow did. Because really, Hager doesn't really do a whole lot. He's just kind of on and off screen. He's not there a lot, but he gets the loss here. But they're all buddy after this. They show sign of respect. Later on, you see Hager in the locker room upset. MJF would come in and calm him down. So it seems to be that the inner circle is not breaking up. They seem to be okay. Everything looks to be good in the inner circle. So shout out to that. That's a good thing. Next thing on the show, interesting. Before this, we had Jurassic Express in the back having an interview about next week's matchup against FTR. They will get interrupted. Marco Stunt will be belittled by FTR. Marco Stunt will take the place of Luchasaurus next week in that match. So that should be pretty interesting to see the top guys in FTR take on that team with Marco Stunt as one of the members.
Gonna be interesting. Gonna be real interesting.
Next thing on the show, guys, was Darby Allin and the Brian Cage weigh-in. This was kind of funny because of the fact that you knew that the weigh-in didn't make any sense because one guy's very small, one guy's massive, so it's like a really big disparity between the two. But they do their thing. Taz talking trash, and new TNT Championship for
got the new strap. Looks good, black strap. I kind of like it better with the black strap. I mean, it's always more classy with just the black and the leather. It's always a way to go, I think.
Yeah, I think it looks a little bit more comical when it has a colored strap. It makes it look kind of tacky.
It looks like a toy.
Yeah, it looks like a toy. But new TNT Championship there. Then they were going to have the issues afterwards, after the weigh-in. They were going to fight each other. Here comes Sting again with the snow. And I don't know. This is it gets a repetition. It keeps happening. Same thing keeps happening. Sting comes out. Him and Darby stare at each other. And Team Taz is afraid and they kind of just leave. So just get to the 6-man tag already at this point. Yeah,
but it just got the vibes. And they're bringing the 97 vibes, Sting. That's what they're trying to do. It's just I get what they're doing. Is it working? Great. No, but it's trying to build Darby. You're trying to, just build a bigger star out of Darby. He's really tiny against Cage. He just looks extremely small, though. So there's that going into the match. Should be interesting to see those two guys going up against each other.
Yeah, he's going to get tossed around like a rag doll that match, but it should be a solid matchup. But we're just waiting for the 6-man tag to eventually happen. Next thing in the show, we're going to get to the celebrity, show up. Before the match, we had Private Party in the back. They would get, a visit from Snoop Dogg, who was a celebrity on the show. Now is persona non grata to the WWE because he's on AEW now. He gives
We'll
him
never see him again.
a container of cranberry juice. They're happy about it. Here comes Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy has some contracts for them. Matt Hardy is kind of like their agent. He's taking 30%. I think there's going to be issues involving the team after this, maybe because it just seemed like a lot, right? Like it seemed like they'll be leading down the road to that. So we got that. Then the matchup: Cody Rhodes versus Matt Sydal. Cody Rhodes, instead of having Arn Anderson, he has Snoop Dogg with the the Waffle House menu out there playbook, calling the matchup for him. It was awkward. The matchup was pretty solid. Rhodes get the win. Then they would get attacked randomly by Luther and Serpentico, and then I didn't understand. It came out whatever, but and then they would set up a splash on Serpentico by Snoop Dogg, which was just cringy. It was so bad.
If you want to call that a splash, it was more like, let me just fall and then just like fall on top of him. Let me jump down on my legs and then fall. Whatever. Hey, believe it or not, Snoop's like 50 years old, so the fact that he even got up there it's saying something. He's probably high as hell too while he was up there.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It was not a good ending to the match, but I guess it was kind of fine. But it's the stuff that they got to do for their mainstream stuff. They got to have like those stars or those mainstream stars from other avenues to show up on the show.
And TNT pushed it. I'm sure TNT has a new show afterwards that they want to push it. I'm sure. I didn't look at the internet. I was kind of busy tonight, so I didn't really see the internet. But I'm sure the internet was exploding with delight about Snoop Dogg being on
and this
AEW.
And this is similar to when they had Mike Tyson on the show, which it didn't capitalize on for whatever thing. Maybe Tyson was getting ready for the Roy Jones fight or whatever the case was. They didn't really go anywhere with it. But this is like something similar to what would have happened with that. So he would have got physical in the ring, and then we would have got that. Next thing on the show, we had the AEW Women's Championship match: Hikaru Shida versus Abaddon. Match was what it was. Shida gets the win.
I was expecting more. That there's definitely like the first time they pushed a women's division, a women's match where they built it for almost a month.
Yeah,
but it didn't deliver. I don't know what it was. The girls didn't flow well. Like, you took her underneath the ring. They tried to do like the horror movie stuff. She came out bleeding. It looked fake. I don't know. It was kind of a mess.
I kind of felt they should have had just Abaddon sneak the win in there and like surprise everybody, because Shida's reign has been kind of like and then Abaddon's such a crazy ass looking character that maybe you could have just done that and had her just like surprise the
everybody.
World. Yeah, maybe something like that. It would be something more interesting than what they had. But it is what it is.
Britt Baker,
Britt Baker needs to hurry up and take that title. But next thing on the show, we had the AEW World Championship match: Rey Fenix versus Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, along with Don Callis. Tremendous matchup.
Yeah,
now remember, this matchup
good.
is going head to head with Balor and O'Reilly on the opposite show, and both matches both matches were badass matches, tremendous matches. So this was a tremendous match to end the show. It was long. They went on for a while.
20-some minutes.
Yeah, but in the end, Kenny Omega got the win, and he's still your AEW champion. And this is the most amazing thing, because afterwards you would see Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers
of Bullet Club
Impact,
is back,
show up. And this is takeaway number 1. You see the picture behind us. It is the full Bullet Club members there, because they got the beat down. They beat down pretty much everybody that was behind the barricades. All the other AEW wrestlers, they beat the living hell out of them with the barbed wire bat, because before the Good Brothers showed up, you had Jon Moxley come in with a barbed wire bat and attack Kenny Omega, rip him open, because he was bleeding over his body. Well, then the Good Brothers came in and saved the day. They beat up everybody around the ring. And then the Bucks come out to kind of like control everything, guys, relax, all that stuff like that. But they're all still cool. And then they go for the 2 sweets, and the Bucks join in on the 2 sweets. You see them behind us after the show. They took this picture. They're all, in cahoots, basically. So that's takeaway number 1 right there.
I mean, the Biz Cliz is back. It's legit. I mean, I loved it. It popped. I haven't seen them in a couple years, like 40 years since they were like. It's not the original club, but it's one of like the original groups that were together. They were like the most dominant together. So that was a cool way to end it. Definitely adds a new. Yeah. I'm guessing this like I don't think they call each other the Bullet Club. They could probably call the Elite. I don't know what they're gonna call each other. We'll see. But there's a new group in AEW. It's gonna be dominant. They got the champion. They got 2 tag team champs from 2 companies. I mean, that's as dominant as a group as it gets. I'm excited for it. It was a great way to end the show, especially because matching up against NXT, where you have the original founder of Bullet Club and Finn Balor, going up against it. There was a lot of Bullet Club action going on tonight, so that was definitely interesting. And they stole the show. They stole the night with that ending, I think, in my opinion, just because you had the reunion. They all ended up there with the 2 sweet. I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes. And I thought we had a match of the year on NXT rematch from last year. I thought they were gonna steal the show, but no, AEW really stole the end there.
Yeah, they did. They kind of stole it just with all that, because it's like for us as a bunch of marks, we're all gonna mark out for this type of shit. So we see the Bullet Club in AEW doing the 2 suites. Impact wrestlers finally showing up on AEW.
It hit me all on the fields. It got me all the fields, especially because like that's like I remember that like 15, 16, 17. They were like Japan. Everybody was kind of underground with New Japan. It felt like new and just different, so much different than WWE. So for bringing that back, it's just awesome to see. I'm excited to see where it goes, boys. I want to see big time things coming up. I'm liking the whole merger between TNA and AEW so far.
I would like to see the Inner Circle take on this team of 5 guys. That would be pretty interesting to see.
That'd be pretty badass.
Inner Circle versus them.
Or even if Cody brings some of the Nightmare Family, and be like, what the hell are you guys doing? And like they have like a feud that way. I don't know. Or Mox makes a crew up. I'm ready to see some gang warfare. Let's do it.
Yeah, they could do some really cool stuff. They could eventually end up doing that War Games match that they were planning on doing with these guys in it. Could be a lot of interesting things, but we'll see what happens. The Bucks are technically heels now, right? So we'll see what happens. So their management, so it's kind of weird. We'll see what happens going forward. But guys, that's takeaway number 1. That's the review we have for New Year's Smash Night 1 of AEW Dynamite. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you wait up and check out our NXT review coming out after this and our takeaways from that show. But remember, if it doesn't work for you, bro, do not do the job.
Later, Marks.